Hi everybody, Honest John here. Now I know the COVID-19 pandemic is not over. The Delta variant is creating a surge that is sending many unvaccinated people to the emergency room, the ICU, and even in some cases to the graveyard. So we're not out of the woods yet. But I consider myself to be a survivor of this pandemic. For several months when the virus was here in the USA, but we didn't know it, I was flying around on airplanes filled with people, doing shows, shaking hands, hugging and even kissing people, and of course passing around joints, blunts, and pipes with friends and fellow comics. So the fact that I didn't catch the virus at that time is pretty much a miracle. And if I had caught it, it most likely would have killed me. But once I did find out what was going on, I changed everything. I became cautious and careful. I stayed home, washed my hands like crazy, and kept my distance from others. Now, I didn't own a face mask at that time, and the stores were all out of them, so I used a t-shirt as a face mask when I had to go out. And I watched a lot of TV, especially the news, and I was horrified as the disease raced through nursing homes and senior living centers, and the hospitals and morgues filled up, mostly with people around my age. But there were other people who had a different reaction, especially young people, and one older gentleman who should have known better, former President Donald Trump, who deserves to be in jail for his handling of the virus. A lot of people insisted it was a hoax. Some still do. But the virus has mutated and is now a lot more dangerous to younger people. There are reports from hospitals of people insisting it's a hoax right up until the day they die. But when it was thought to be a disease that affected older people, a lot of younger people looked at it as a mere inconvenience. So you had people protesting stay-at-home orders and mask mandates, and going to states like Florida, which are governed by idiots, so they could party. And of course, there were Republican politicians led by Trump who insisted that it was more important to open up the economy than to save lives of people my age. They all acted as though my life and the lives of others my age had no value. I haven't forgotten, and I haven't forgiven either. So here's what I have to say to my fellow senior citizens. Do you have people in your family that demonstrated by their behavior that they don't care anything about you? Maybe you have children or grandchildren who went to spring break or other large gatherings, who refuse to wear masks or get vaccinated or take any precautions at all to protect you and others, and who voted for Trump and the Republicans in 2020. What you should do is go see a lawyer and change your will. Why should people who don't give a damn about you get any of the wealth that you spent a lifetime accumulating? Leave your money, your house, your possessions to a worthy charity, or somebody you know that could use it. Or leave it to your pet. You would need to appoint an executor that you can trust and make arrangements for what happens to the money after your pet dies or something happens to it, so that to make sure that those family members can't get at your wealth. Think about the looks on your relatives' faces when they find out that you've left everything to your cat or a parakeet. They say that revenge is a dish best served cold. What better revenge could there be than that served from beyond the grave? And you'll definitely get the last laugh. Thanks for listening.